What is up, you guys? Welcome to today's video where we will be filming probably the coolest thing that I've ever unboxed. And you can probably guess what today's theme will be based on my outfit and makeup. I am so excited because I was lucky enough to be able to snag one of Melt Cosmetics' Beetlejuice collection PR boxes. And of course, I am not even anywhere near being on Melt's radar. This is just something that I purchased with my own money. It did cost like $300+. I am not proud of the fact that I spent that much on makeup, but I am a huge Beetlejuice fan, as you've known, as you've heard, have you seen from all of the different videos and the hauls that I've posted in the past. Melt Cosmetics, who, if you weren't familiar with, is a Latina owned business makeup line. They are an indie brand who have in the more recent years really gained a lot more traction, but I mean, they're just an amazing brand, and again, always down to support fellow Latinas, especially fellow Mexicanas. Now I am so happy to have this one. So again, I think one of the really cool things about Melt is that they do offer us normal people the chance to be able to kind of experience all that magic that the influencers and beauty gurus do get to experience through PR, and you are able to purchase those full, beautiful, amazing work of art PR packages that people are normally shipped. And these things, I mean, they sell right away. Like, again, I was so happy to get it. I ordered this Friday. It got here today. It's Monday, so that was so fast. They had free 3-day shipping, and again, it is very pricey. It was $350, but my God, is it worth it? So you get the full collection, including this gorgeous PR box, and oh my God, I'm over the moon. So I am gonna go ahead and show it to you. Oh my gosh, look at how big this thing is. Whoa, it's already sliding out. Look at how big this thing is. Look at that. So the box is lenticular, and I'm definitely going to take this to zoom in so that you guys can see, but the box is lenticular and it is massive. Like, it's just huge, and you get so many items that I think it's definitely worth the price, especially considering that their palettes tend to be anywhere from around $40 to $60, and you get 2 palettes. So in this full box, apart from the beautiful collector's box, you got 2 makeup palettes, 2 eyeshadow palettes, you got 3 bullet lipsticks, 3 liquid lipsticks, a new mascara and lash curler. You also got a hand mirror, a brush set, and a storage bag, as well as 3 liquid liners. So you do get a lot of items included in this box. I'm definitely going to take the time to zoom in and show you everything. This was the promo photo, which itself is just stunning, and then you have the 2 owners and creators of the brand, as well as these gorgeous publicity shots of the palette. And then you also got just a little sheet that kind of had all of the ingredients and just kind of told you more details about each of the pieces. So okay, let's get started. Okay, I'm doing this on my bed because I can't think of a better way to do it. But so again, this is what the box looks like, and it is a lenticular. It doesn't really have much of like a change in image on the outside. I think it's just like movement within these pieces in the like spiral. So that's what that looks like, and then you open it up, and you are greeted by this, like, when I say that this is a work of art, I definitely am not saying that to be dramatic. Like, this piece in itself is just stunning. So you see, this is all like, I'm trying to see if you can kind of tell the dimension there. It is all cut paper, and so it's layered to give a 3D effect. So you have, of course, it says Melt Beetlejuice collection, and then you have Beetlejuice as the snake, and then the sandworm there, both with the Deets house, and Beetlejuice is kind of popping out of the house where the sandworm is popping through the ground. And again, these are, so this is one layer. In the back, it's just like the striped kind of texture layer, and then you have this one on top, which is its own raised piece, and this is all holographic green. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Wondering if you can see the color shift there. Oh my god, look at that. Okay, and then this is a third piece in the very front. So you have 3 layers, but that is gorgeous. I mean, okay. And now we shift down to the actual first layer. And I say first layer because, oh yeah, there is a pull-out drawer. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So the first things that you see here are, again, the 3 metallic liquid lipsticks. These are in the shades Strange, sorry, I'm reading here, Strange and Unusual, It's Showtime, and Weirder and Weirder. And again, one is kind of a metallic pink, like a hot pink. You get a bright metallic purple, and then this is a darker metallic purple. And then you see this sick packaging here. These are the 3 bullet lipsticks in the shades Miss Argentina, Ghost with the Most, and Calypso. 2 of which are ultra matte formulas, and then Calypso is an iridescent. And then you do have 2 of the palettes, as I mentioned. Do you see the hollow foiling? Followed by 3 of their gel liner formulas, which I do love. They are so creamy and pigmented. We have the shades 125 Years, which is an ultra matte gel liner, the Afterlife, which is another ultra matte gel liner, and then you have the Utterly Alone pigment paint. Gorgeous. So the next palette that we have is the Waiting Room. And again, I will show you pictures of what everything looks like, as well as some swatches. This was a new formula they included for a new Beetlejuice mascara, and this is their new Ultra Black Supernatural Lash Mascara, and they also included a red Beetlejuice lash curler with some extra lash little clamps there, the little rubbers. Okay, so that is everything that we get on the top layer. And then we open it up, and you get a Beetlejuice hand mirror with dancing Lydias. And you get a makeup pouch, as well as a full brush set. So you got the, again, a 5-piece brush set with the makeup bag, the hand mirror, the eyelash curler, the mascara, the 2 palettes, the 3 liners, the 3 liquid lipsticks, the 3 bullet lipsticks, and this stunning box. Alright, look at that. You can see all my 50 billion pillows in the background. It's hard to even like get this straight because the box is cut at an angle, but stunning. Okay, I think it's time for swatches. So we'll go ahead and start with the first lipstick, and this is the shade Strange. As you can see, it says Beetlejuice at the front, and on the back side you see the Melt logo. And Strange is a, as I mentioned, metallic pink liquid lipstick, and you can really see that blue and kind of silver shift in it. Let's go ahead and swatch it. Just have the standard longer applicator, and this is what the shade Strange looks like. Again, a very, very metallic hot pink shade. Gorgeous. The next lipstick is in the shade It's Showtime. Oop, sorry. And again, you've got the same Beetlejuice lettering on the front, the Melt logo on the back side, and this is once again a metallic purple. It's a very bright kind of royal purple. And when swatched, It's Showtime. I mean, you can even see how metallic it is on the wand. Oh my god, these are so beautiful, and they're so creamy. This is what It's Showtime looks like. Again, so metallic. I don't even think it is capturing just how shiny these are, but they are so cool, and they look perfect together. So again, this is Strange, and this purple is the shade It's Showtime. Now, the last liquid lipstick is the shade weirder and weirder. And as you can tell, it is a very dark purple, almost a midnight purple. And let's go ahead and swatch it. Same applicator. This is weirder and weirder. And again, it is a very deep color. It almost looks black, but it's kind of like a dark berry, and you can really see the red undertones there as well. So again, starting with the pink, this is the shade Strange. The bright purple is It's Showtime, and then ending off with Weirder and Weirder, which I have to say doesn't have as strong a metallic finish as the first two. It's definitely got some color shift in there, but it is not as metallic. I will say, just doing a little test, there is a little bit of transfer. I did literally just put these on, so they might not have fully dried yet, but again, even from lightly touching, most of the transfer that you're seeing is the shimmer, so I would say that they are not going to be transfer proof. These are definitely not going to be colors that you can wear under your mask, but they're gorgeous. All right, let's move on to the next. So continuing with the lipsticks, we are going to show the first bullet lipstick, because again, you do receive 3 liquid lipsticks as well as 3 bullet lipsticks. The packaging on these are a neon green acrylic. They're so cool. You can see the Beetlejuice logo there at the bottom, and then again we have the Melt logo, oops, sorry if that's blurry, on the back side. Okay, we'll go ahead and open this one up. I think the most exciting part about this, and this is something that they showed on the online swatches, I'm scared to bring it up that high. The sandworm is embossed throughout the lipstick. How amazing is that? And I'm always so scared to open up bullet lipstick because I'm always so worried I'm going to break them. So this one, really bright, and I'm sorry, I'm having issues focusing. Come on. Let's adjust. Okay, so this is a really pretty kind of fuchsia color, and it's got like a pearly finish, but remember, these are the ultra matte lipsticks. And this is what the shade Calypso looks like. Whoa, as you can see, it already, weirder and weirder, already smeared. So obviously that took a couple swatches for it really to show through. And as you can see, it's still a little on the sheerer side. So this one definitely is a color you'll have to work up. The next one is in the shade Miss Argentina, and again you have that super cool acrylic packaging. I love this. It's honestly, it's like glowing. I don't think this light is doing it justice. And again in the shade Miss Argentina. Oh my god, with the same awesome engraving all around. I don't want to push it up all the way because I'm scared. I'm always scared to break my bullet lipsticks. Miss Argentina is a bright red. It's kind of a more orangey red, but she is stunning. And these are kind of a sheerer formula. It's definitely building up a lot quicker than, say, Calypso there, but it's not the most pigmented. So definitely would take a little bit of work. But there's Miss Argentina again. She has a beautiful red color, not necessarily a blue-based red like I prefer, but this is just a true red with a more of an orangey undertone. And our final bullet lipstick is in the shade Ghost with the Most. And when you open this one up, oh, it's so cool. This is like an olive green color. Bring my arm back over here. Ooh, and it's got, sorry, I think that's just my arm hairs that are swatching kind of weird here. I'm gonna have to do a lip test as well, but this is a really interesting kind of muddy, olivey almost army green color. It does not look good with my arm hair. That is not the ideal swatch there. It's really, wow, just taking up my arm hair. These are the 6, again, lip products included. And starting from left to right, we have Strange and Unusual, It's Showtime, and Weirder and Weirder, which were our 3 metallic liquid lipsticks. And then we have Calypso, Miss Argentina, and Ghost with the Most, which were our 3 very creamy bullet lipsticks. Okay, now moving on to the 2 palettes. We will go ahead and start with the Recently Deceased palette. Whoa, I was not expecting it to look like this. So this is that same bright green, neon green acrylic that we had on the bullet lipsticks. And then you have, again, it says, whoops, sorry about my lighting there. See if I can kind of pull away a little bit. You got the Beetlejuice sign, and it says Recently Deceased, Milk Cosmetics, with the sandworm all around. Well, Beetlejuice as the kind of snake all around. And when we open up the palette, again, this is my first time opening these. Oh my god. So you have a full-size mirror there. And I've seen where the matte lens are there with Beetlejuice when they meet him for the first time. And this is like, what is this? Is like a sheet of vellum where this has been printed on. Dude, this is like photographic quality. This is amazing. That's the cover sheet for this palette. And this is what it looks like. Zoom in up close again. Sorry about that glare from the light. So this one is definitely kind of a more Beetlejuice colorway. So starting here, we have the shade Beetlejuice, which is a kind of muddy, like chartreuse. And then we have Paranormal, which is a green and black kind of shift shimmer. We have Draw Door, which is a mustard color. We have Neurotic, which is a gold with a kind of darker gold metallic. Second row, Recently Deceased, which is a deeper purple metallic. Next to that, Lost Souls, which is a true matte royal purple, followed by Little Accident, which is a very gorgeous metallic fuchsia. And finally, we have the shade Bio Exorcist, which is definitely reading a lot darker on camera, but is a much more pale kind of lavender purple in person. Oh my gosh, okay, so that's so buttery and nice. Here we have, again, Bio Exorcist. Oh my god, that one is gorgeous. Paranormal. Here we have Draw Door. And finally, Chaotic. My god, do you see those metallics? Holy cow. Look at the shimmer on those. Wow. They are so buttery and soft. And these are just finger swatches again. And the next row, these are all 4 purples. So we have, starting here, Recently Deceased. We have Lost Souls. We have Little Accident. And lastly, we have Bio Exorcist. So, I mean, those are kind of, I like, oops, sorry, not in frame. I like Little Accidents here, because I'm really loving their metallic formulas. The other purples, they're okay. I don't know that I need 4 purple shadows, but, you know, they're not bad. As you can see, like, Lost Souls here did come off a little bit patchy. I don't know if that was just with the pressure that I put on. And Recently Deceased, which was the first purple here, is a little more on the sheer side. But anyway, so again, this is the first palette, which was the Recently Deceased palette, and that bright green acrylic one. I don't know if you could tell, you can now see my fingerprints in them, that they do all have the little Beetlejuice stamped on like every other one there. So I'm going to put that back on, because that was too cool. Next up, we have the Waiting Room palette. Ooh, look at that metallic, so pretty. And the inside of this says, is this what happens when you die? Which is what Barbara says. And then that's when Miss Argentina says, no, that's what happens when she dies. And this is what happens when he dies. And I'll tell you what, if I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have had my little accident. And so we'll open it up. And this is a, oh my god, a gorgeous deep red acrylic. So it's a similar design as the first one, but instead of having Beetlejuice snake, it is, of course, the sandworm. And when we open it up, I don't want to blind you with the mirror. Okay, we have the showgirl that's been cut in half, sitting there on the couch. Again, that's the same kind of vellum as previous, and wow, these colors are beautiful. So whereas the Recently Deceased palette, oh my god, I have my thumb right on the mirror, whereas the Recently Deceased palette is much more of like a funky colored one, this the Waiting Room palette is definitely a more wearable everyday palette. So this is perfect for people that prefer like more natural shades. You have, as you can see, some like rust tones and some neutrals here as well, and instead of having Beetlejuice stamped, these do have the legs of that showgirl. How cute is that? Oh my god, obsessed. I'll go ahead and start with these shades. So up here in the corner, you have the shade Obituary, which is sort of a, like more brick kind of color. And next to that, we have the shade No Exit, which is a deeper kind of rust color, a little more of a brownish rust, followed by Sod Girl, which is a metallic kind of, it's almost really similar to Little Accidents, but it is, I guess, kind of a little more on the purple side. Next to that, we also have Dante's Inferno, which is a kind of copper metallic, followed by Lydia, which is more of a, oops, sorry, I'm way out of frame, which is more of a rust metallic. Down here, we have Charman, which is, it's hard to tell because on camera it's really reading as green, but in person it's almost like a grayish black. Next to that, we have Tombstone, followed by Shrunken Head. These two appear very similar on camera. Same in person. This one is a little bit more gray. So, I mean, green. So this is kind of like a greenish gray, a little more like a military, like light green. Whereas this is just a matte gray. Next to that, we have the shade Juno, which is a metallic antique gold, and then ending with Sandworm, which is a matte white. And let's get swatching. So as you might have immediately noticed, this one actually has 10 pans, whereas the other one only had 8. So let's go ahead and swatch all these. And again, here we have, oops, it would help if my arm was in the frame, huh? So here we have Obituary, which again is a kind of a rust color. We have Obituary. This is No Exit, followed by, oops, we have Obituary, No Exit, Sod Girl. Wow, that's actually gorgeous. I love that color. Okay, we have Dante's Inferno. Oh my god, do you guys see those? Wow, it almost kind of looks like it might be a duochrome. I don't have my glasses on, but those two are picking up a lot of different shades there. And then here is Lydia. Wow, okay, immediately loving the metallics. I could probably do without the mattes, but the metallics themselves are just stunning. I mean, the mattes I'm sure will just be good for like transitions, but look at those metallics. These two together too, Sod Girl and Dante's Inferno, oh my god, chef's kiss perfection. They're gorgeous. I guess for Lydia, I was definitely expecting, I don't know, I never really expected, oh, I guess it's that color for the wedding dress. That makes more sense, but I don't know. I guess I don't, when I think Lydia, I don't always think wedding dress Lydia. I definitely think like just the bangs. Okay, and on the next row, we have Charred Man. Oh, that's definitely a matte black. Then we have, and again, these were the shades that were both very similar. So this was Tombstone, and this is Shrunken Head. I mean, okay, you can definitely see the difference in color there. This one is a lot darker, this one is a lot more gray, but I don't know, they're both kind of the same. Here is Juno, which I really, tried again, expected that one to be way more pigmented. Man, it's so gorgeous in the pan, but it's really light in person. Look at that. I don't know. And then here is finishing it off with Sandworm, which is just a matte white, and that performs pretty nicely for just like a rough swatch. But again, this is the Waiting Room palette, which would be perfect for people that prefer a much more natural look. It's definitely a stark contrast from the Recently Deceased palette, which is super kind of wild. So next up, we're going to go ahead and do the eyeliners, which are kind of our final products. So just showing you the three up close. This, again, kind of gray one. This is the Ultra Matte Gray Liner, and this is in the shade 125 Years. It's kind of like a stone, almost taupe looking color. And then we have Utterly Alone, which is a pigment paint, and you can already kind of see the metallic in that beautiful purple. And then we are ending with the Afterlife, which again is an Ultra Matte Gel Liner. So opening it up, okay, so I will say I have used these formulas before, and they are very, very, very soft. So as you can tell, like, I barely touched that, and look at how much is coming off. Wow, but look at that color. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. And I had remembered them saying that this was kind of like a more sheer color. This was, again, the Afterlife, but like, that is has a really good payoff. Let's switch over to 125 Years, because I feel like that one is going to be a little bit harder to get color for. So again, it's kind of like a stone gray color, and like I said, I so lightly touched the top there. And let's go ahead. Wow, it would help if I ever had my hand in frame. And as you can see, that is just a matte gray. It's kind of showing off a lot because it's still really dark, but this is a matte gray gel liner. So it's a really interesting color. I don't know if it would look good on me just because it's so just kind of different. I feel like that way about both. I think that the green one I can kind of use as an accent, but I don't know how I feel about using gray eyeliner on my eye as a whole. And then finally ending with the Utterly Alone pigment paint. Wow, talk about metallic. Look at that. I almost don't even want to touch it. It's so pretty. Wow. Okay. I'm trying to make this a little bit wider of a swatch. This is like really thick. So it's almost kind of hard to make it consistent. Maybe I'm just not having enough. I feel like it shows it better on my finger. You can see just how metallic that is. So I don't know, this one, it might take a little bit of time to work with, but my God, that is gorgeous. But again, here we have the Afterlife, which is a neon chartreuse. We have 125 Years, which is a stone gray, and then Utterly Alone, which was a metallic purple pigment paint. And then moving on to the final makeup product, which was the Beetlejuice mascara. And this is what the wand looks like. So it's got like really spiky kind of bristles, and it's just like all over the place. It's not really consistent. I think this is the first time that they've ever come out with a mascara, so that is pretty exciting. I'm sad that I opened it because now it means that I have to use it, and I was literally just getting through my Big Bang mascara, but that's okay. I will still use that. And then, like I said, you do also get the eyelash curler, and it just says up at the top, you probably won't be able to read that, it says Melt Heart Beetlejuice, and it's just a red chrome eyelash curler, which I don't actually own one, so it'll be nice to have one here. So that was it for makeup items. The next non-makeup item, the first non-makeup item again, was the Melt hand mirror, and I don't want to flash anybody, but it does also there say Melt Beetlejuice. Okay, and then on the back side, like I said, you have the dancing Lydias. Excited about that. And then, as I mentioned, you did also receive the makeup bag with the Melt logo in metal, and then the the embossed sandworm. This again had the striped lining. It says Melt Beetlejuice, and then you have the Melt zipper pull, and it's a pretty roomy pouch in there. So again, I think that you could totally use this as like a little clutch, or I don't know. It's nice. I think it's meant to be a brush storage case, but I think you could use it for whatever you want. Okay, and then lastly, we are going to go through the brushes. So these brushes all have, I'm trying to zoom in here, a really cool pattern on it. So it almost looks like it's like fishnets or like papel picado, and then you have Lydia's dancing all over. No, it definitely is papel picado, because you can see the flowers at the top, the scalloped edge, and then you just have all the Lydia's dancing. And it'll say again, Melt and Beetlejuice. This is kind of a more like fluffy blending brush, again with the same design. That one was like the first one was like a flat shader brush. Then you have a bigger fluffy blending brush. Another kind of flat, I'd say like packing shadow brush. These are very soft. And then lastly, you'll have, a more condensed kind of smudger brush there. So you've got 5 brushes total. So it's a cute little set there. Alright, so that was everything in my Melt Beetlejuice collection. Wow, you guys, this collection is amazing. Again, that PR box is so gorgeous. Everything included in that I just loved. I think my favorite item was definitely the Afterlife gel eyeliner. I mean, I think this is gorgeous. The liquid lipsticks were also stunning. I think that the bullet lipsticks weren't as great as I kind of hoped that they would be. In all honesty, I'm not really a bullet lipstick person anymore. I think that I've really just kind of gotten used to the liquid lipsticks a little bit more. I like how they have a little bit more stay power and do just kind of feel a little bit more matte. I mean, creamy lipsticks were really nice, but they always just kind of shifted everywhere, so I really do like having liquid lipsticks a little bit more. I think out of the liquid lipsticks, I mean, those first 2 shades, again, the pink and the purple, which were Strange and Unusual and It's Showtime, these were gorgeous. They were just unbelievable. I loved these 2 colors. And again, I think both palettes are awesome. They really did give you something for everyone, you know, for people that like a little bit more of a natural look. You have the Waiting Room palette, people that go a little bit wild. Recently Deceased palette was perfect as well. I am excited to play with the brushes. I think that this, because I am a huge Beetlejuice fan, right, I think that this collection was totally worth the cost. I don't know that if you aren't like as big a Beetlejuice fan, that you'll really not even like not appreciate it as much, but I don't really think that you really need the full collection. I would say like 1 palette would be enough, but for me, like, the box itself is a collector's item. Like, this whole thing is just something that I'm really gonna cherish. But I am excited, and I think, again, for like the retail value, they haven't released the individual prices of each of the items yet. I think, yeah, it's all worth it for all of the items together, but then to also just get the full package of getting like the makeup bag or getting this amazing box, it totally was worth it for me. I'm again just so fucking excited that I got to purchase one of these, because I know there were a lot of people that missed out. So if you were interested in this box, it does launch again on November 27th, and these are definitely going to sell out right away. So if you are interested in it, make sure that you are not only signed up to the Melt newsletters, that you are actively checking both their Instagram feeds and the website for any updates, because again, on November 27th, they are going to have a bunch more available. I don't know how much more a bunch is, but I know that, again, when I purchased in the secret sale, within 45 minutes they were gone. I feel like when it launches on the actual day, they're going to be gone within, I'd say, even half an hour. If you don't wind up being able to snag the full box, I know again they will sell all of the items individually. I think that like the makeup bag might be exclusive to the box. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that one, but again, this is just sick. I'm so excited. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. Let me know what your favorite piece is. Are you going to be trying to pick up this collection? If so, are you going to go for the box? Are you going to go for the items individually? I really want to know. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. You have a great day. We'll see you later.